Okay, so I want to take the time to tell you about a project I've been working on. Bit of a roller coaster, really. I heard about the Drake clone. Somebody had used a piece of software to recreate Drake's voice and then write a tune. Somebody did it with Oasis. They recreated Liam Gallagher and then they released it as AISIS. And I was listening to the results and thinking, wow, this is crazy. This is like a frontier in music. A new frontier is opening up right now. I need to be involved in it. I'm a music producer and a music technology teacher. I know that technology is one of the things that really drives music forward. For example, you wouldn't have Jimi Hendrix without the electric guitar. Somebody had to invent the electric guitar. You wouldn't have the Prodigy without the sampler. Music and technology are intertwined like that. So when I heard about this new bit of tech where you can recreate somebody's voice, I had to find out more about it. And I did. I investigated. I went down that rabbit hole. Found out that it's really complicated, takes loads of processing and takes loads of time. But I managed to figure it out eventually. Thought, well, I better find a good candidate for this. Whose voice am I going to model? Whose voice do I want to recreate? And to me, there was only one name that popped out, and that was David Bowie. I'm a massive fan of David Bowie. He was a forward thinker. He was always trying to challenge what you thought of what was real. I have a personal connection with David Bowie. My father, Simon House, was the violin player with the Bowie band in the late 70s and appeared on a couple of albums. And I was fortunate enough to go on tour with Bowie as a child for a few weeks. Met the man himself. Even spilt red wine over him. I feel like I've got a personal connection with David Bowie. And I've always wanted to collaborate with him as an artist, as a music producer, as a musician. And this was an ideal opportunity to do that. So my idea was to create an AI version of David Bowie with which to collaborate with and write a song with. And to do that, I used Chat-GPT. I created a prompt that I used to summon the spirit of Ai David Bowie. We started asking AiDB questions about his childhood, musical tastes, musical influences, things like that. Started priming the system. It was quite eerie, actually. This is getting a bit strange. Definitely get feeling like I'm actually talking to David Bowie here. It's a bit odd. And we thought, right, okay, so let's write a song together. Let's write a song about what it's like to be Ai David Bowie. And that was the plan, to use ChatGPT and this modelling technique for the vocal to create a song, a collaboration with AiDB about being AiDB. So a little bit of a headbender, especially when you're thinking about, okay, so it sounds like Bowie and it was written by Ai David Bowie. That's weird. I'm pretty sure this is a first. And so, yeah, we started doing that with a friend of mine, Morgan, who's a good singer and obviously a massive Bowie fan. And we went about writing this song. We would give it things to think about, like populate the AI world with characters. We deal with some of the subjects that being Ai David Bowie throws at you, like isolation, the coldness of it. Fed them back in, and then it would spout lyrics back out, and we would take the bits that we liked using the Burroughs cut-up technique. We'd put them back into the AiDB. More lyrics would come out. We'd also use it for like rhymes as well. Consciousness of code was one of the words that came out. We asked AiDB to give us a load of rhymes for that. Waiting to download, my silicon abode, good Bowie-esque lyrics. So, okay, so at this point, I had to find a track. So I decided to create a Bowie-esque track that fitted somewhere between Ashes to Ashes and Let's Dance, in that kind of era. My friends started singing lyrics in a Bowie-ish way. Then we inferred the vocals, the Bowie mask, if you like, onto my friend's vocals. And it was so weird. The first time I heard it, I literally cried. I literally did cry. It was like I'd resurrected a digital facsimile of David Bowie. It was bloody strange. It really was. And it's been blowing my mind ever since. Every time I hear it, it's like, what am I hearing? Is this real? It's so bizarre. Weird things started happening, like you get these weird spurious digital codes just coming out of nowhere, and some of the vocals wouldn't work right. It was like he was coming into tune, like David Bowie was coming into focus, you know. All in all, the experience was pretty spiritual and very emotional. So just to reiterate, this is what I did. I created an AI version of David Bowie and we wrote a song together.